Check out the biceps, YouTube. What is up, peoples? Look at these sexy biceps right fucking here. Beast mode. How you cool cobras doing this fine afternoon? The weekend is almost upon us. Let's make this review short, sweet, to the point. Boom. We got a pack of Camel Crush Rich, regular to fresh. It's your standard compacted cigarette. Now this review is for adult smokers only. I do not condone underage anything, really. But okay, now let's get into it. Now for starters, I got both windows behind the screen opened wide, so if I'm sitting here having a cigarette, all that smoke just sucked out the window. You know, it ventilates it and cuts it down a little bit, so I'm not just sitting here, you know. Now, for starters, we all heard of the Camel Crush series. It's a cigarette that has this bead on the inside of the filter, and when you crush it, it changes the flavor of the cigarette. This has been around for a couple years now. Marlboro came out with their NXTs, which are a personal favorite of mine. But these Camel Crush Riches, regular to, yeah, huh. Like, these things are fucking addicting as all hell, and sometimes it only takes just one, so, yeah, I'm not trying to glamorize it or nothing, but, as I am a tobacco connoisseur, sometimes being the bigger man is never easy, but you know, sometimes it just makes your life easier, you know. Alright, so the cigarette starts off as regular and then goes to menthol at the crush of a bead that's located within the cotton of this thing right here, so. Alright, so for the YouTubers out there, we'll do a review on the new Camel Crush Riches and we'll see yeah, how it do. Of course, if it's the last one in the pack, then you already know how it do. I like it. It's a good cigarette. It wouldn't be like my main choice, but I would buy it again. You know, if I was in the mood for it. You know, the regular on it is harsh. Got a little bit of bite in the back of the throat. And fuck vaping. Unless you got some cannabis up in that motherfucker, fuck vaping. We've had people fucking die of pneumonia poisoning or what the fuck have you, which doesn't take that long to form. You ever notice that with cigarette smokers, if they've smoked their entire lives, they're usually like 60 or 70 before it really starts fucking with them. But with these vape smokers, you're basically inhaling condensed liquid into your lungs. And when that vapor evaporates and turns back into liquid, guess where it's at? It's in your lungs, right? So that condensed water vapor reforms in your lungs, basically filling your lungs up with water and shit. We've actually had a couple deaths related to vaping recently in Natrona County, and people were just going ham with it, you know? It's the new craze. It's safer than cigarettes. My Asperger's. You know, and that's just the kicker of it. How does this sound? Vaping in the boys' room. While bitching about microaggression on Twitter because everyone sucks. Doesn't have that ring to it, YouTube. No, it don't. No, it don't. And like, what the fuck is wrong with our goddamn society? First it was eating Tide Pods, then it was snorting condoms, eating chalk for chalk carving ASMR, and now teens are gluing their lips to make them look bigger. What? Fuck that. Be happy with the natural lips that you have. Like, are people just that bored? Call me old fashioned, but back in my day, if I was caught, if anyone, not just me, anyone, you know, if anyone back in my day was eating chalk, people would go, are you retarded? Do you need to wear a helmet? Should we keep deodorant away from you? Like, I'm not trying to be a dick, but guess what? I got called a retard my entire life, and I just stopped caring. I stopped saying, fuck you shouldn't say that, because that's just giving the bullies power. You know, you let the word offend you, it gives the bullies power. You know what I'm saying? So when people call me an autistic retard, I'm like, thanks for noticing. Like, okay, chalk carving to an extent, I get it. Like, okay, you're scraping it, the sound against the microphone, you're scraping it with a tool and talking really softly. Okay, I get that. But chalk carving ASMR by eating chalk, you see people on Instagram eating chalk, and I'm like, what the fuck? Is the world going mad, or am I just... I mean, social media, to a point, it provides us with entertainment. And if you want to break from it, it's a good feeling. I've done it several times. But keep in mind, if you do it because it makes you happy, you know, you got chicks who take selfies for their Facebook. You got people like me who make videos because people like to watch them. You know, but some people would look at that as narcissism. I disagree. I mean, chicks on Instagram get so much crap for being narcissistic and self-centered. But then we're telling women to love the way you look. It's like, wait a minute, YouTube. It's a little chilly in here, but I'll manage. Smoke them if you got them. Oh, that's bad for you. Yeah, guess what? We're all gonna fucking die someday, so... I should mention that Fidel Castro, that lived to be 90 years old, smoking cigars. And yet we're being told that tobacco is bad for you. Well, anything can be bad for you in excess, really. you know. But to the untrained eye, if you take a look at two different female accounts on Instagram, maybe one chick takes a selfie every now and then. She's not like super big into it, you know. It's just she's not afraid to be herself, and she's proud of the way she looks. Nothing wrong with that. Body positivity and such. But then you got the other chick who's just obsessive with it and like 40, 50, 60 plus selfies. And there's nothing wrong with admiring the way you look. It's a confidence booster, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, has our society lost its fucking mind? We tell women to embrace their natural curves, and then we try to sell them bullshit products like shaper panties. And then when you see pictures of the models who are wearing the shaper panties to advertise for the company, they're not the extremes, they're a loose definition of certain body types. And then you see a chick who's got six pack abs wearing one to advertise for that company. It's brainwashing, manipulative bullshit. Because let's be realistic, if a chick's got six pack abs, do you think she's gonna wear shaper panties? Fuck no. She might wear leggings, jeans, whatever the fuck she wants to wear. It's her goddamn body. Say it with me, ladies. Women's lib. Let that goddess roar. But here's the thing of it, ladies. You choose what you want to wear. You choose how much attention you get from the opposite sex. That being said, look at my t-shirt. It's a medium, therefore it hugs my biceps. So when I flex, now you'd be sitting there going, wait a minute, you smoke cigarettes and your arms are that fucking big? The fuck? I think Gothic King Cobra might be a freak of nature. Feeling like a freak on a leash, feeling like I have no release. Every time life starts to mess with me, can't it chill and let me be free? Let's pop that bead like we pop the collar, shot collar. Holla, holla. Alright. Crush that bead, kind of roll it around there. Boom. And when you start to get a sore throat, and if you're a smoker, menthols are a godsend. It cools off the back of your throat. I mean, you could burn through like 2 packs a day or a pack in a day and a half. And the person who burns through 2 packs a day is going to get cancer quicker than the one who doesn't smoke as much. That's a fact. Fast food's no different. You know, we all have our spots we like to go to. If you're a local Wyoming night, Taco John's, am I right? But this is the thing that gets me, YouTube. Men who are raised right are being raised to respect women, to never hit a woman and to respect her. I support that 100%. Unless, of course, she's got a gun to your head, then it's a different scenario. Your life's in danger, and that's fair. But women are being raised to think all men are just pigs and you can't trust them. That right there is the start of this gender bullshit that our society has a problem with. It has to do with the way men and women are raised. Men and women are raised in different worlds completely. Men and women have their own double standards that affect them and each other. Men and women are faced with double standards that affect them plus each other. You know, if it affects women, it's going to affect the man. If it affects the man, it's definitely going to affect the woman. That's the yin and the yang of it, really. And as an example, this negative stereotype that all men want is pussy. Well, it makes men look bad, and it makes women entitled to dick. They'll sit there and use us for our dicks and our money, and they won't say a goddamn thing about it. No one bats an eye. They look at him like, that guy's a pimp. Look at him. But if a guy uses a woman for her body, he's seen as a shallow asshole. And my point being is it should be wrong when both genders do it. Hee-wee. It's definitely getting colder outside. That's no lie, tubes. Excuse me. This is when I'll wear like layers to go with it. I'll wear my usual coats, but then I'll have an extra layer underneath for warmth. I don't need much to stay warm. Because I eat a lot of spicy food. Which, that's a tip from me to you. If you want to avoid getting sick in the wintertime, you want to avoid getting sick in the wintertime, you want to avoid getting sick in the wintertime, eat spicy food. It keeps your immune system healthy. And then when you got the cold and your sinuses are stuffed up, you eat some spicy food and that shit just clears the out of your sinuses, dude. Take a jalapeno and dip it in some raw horseradish and be like, actually, jalapeno wouldn't be hot enough. I'd go for like a habanero or a ghost pepper. Ooh, there we go. That's better. It's a little chilly in the apartment when you leave the windows open, but it's necessary for ventilation, especially if I'm having a cigarette review for YouTube. But the menthol finish on that wasn't half bad. Cool, refreshing, like you would expect a menthol cigarette to be. But the aftertaste is getting me. It kind of reminds me of like candy or gum or some shit, which is weird. I like it, but you know, would I buy them again? If I was in the mood, yes. But what's a witch's favorite cigarette? I heard it was Salem. Which, these are the cigarettes I smoked when I got my first kiss from a girl. I shit you not. People are like, oh, girls think smokers are gross. Some, yes, but there are some girls who smoke. I shit you not. And I was ditching PE class, jamming out to some Cradle of Filth. I go to sit down at an abandoned house, smoking cigarettes, being a rebellious little teenager, and these two homeschool girls come walking by. One thing led to another. This chick already had a boyfriend, but she took pity on me and let me have my first kiss, and I wasn't complaining. You know, there are some people's first kiss stories that are a lot worse. Like, I'm not gonna lie, yo, I had chicks hitting on me hard at the bar the other night, which was a good feeling. I didn't even have to try that hard. I'm like, is there something in the water? uh, oh yeah, that hair is coming in real nice. Like, I learned a couple of tricks to the trade to growing hair super fast. Super fast. Every 3 to 4 months, cut like 2 inches off. Eat Flintstones vitamins. And every 2 to 3 days a week, take a shot of raw jello mix in hot water, mix it around, and drink it. And the only reason I say 2 to 3 days on the gelatin mix is because that shit can really fuck your shit up. So that's why you don't do it more than 3 times a week. And it's gonna taste nasty, but you get that with like a decent shampoo. And because Flintstones vitamins are packed with vitamin D, which is something your hair craves. So if you want to grow your hair stupid quick, super fast, as if by magic, a lot of bikers who grow their hair out to donate to Locks of Love use that trick to make it work. It's enough of that nonsense. Well, Tubes, you got yourself a cigarette review and a little rant to go with it. I mean, if people are gonna do stupid shit for YouTube, eat spicy food. Make some weird ass combination. What's going on with you? Sushi bacon cheeseburger. Yeah, buddy. You get some of that Walmart bought sushi, you de-thaw it, make a bacon cheeseburger, melt the cheese, and then you get that raw sushi and just put it on top of your bacon cheeseburger, a squirt of wasabi sauce. Ooh wee. You got Asian American food right there. Ooh wee. One person commented on that video, "What the hell, Cobra?" Or "What the hell, Cobes?" Yes. mm. I got a message from one of my customers on Etsy. Message from a Ramsey. It says, "Hey bud, how long before your next batch of wands? I'm feeling down in the dumps and would love to see / use a wand to turn it around." Well, reaching out to my customers publicly on my page is a great way to build a good business practice. And well, I'm sorry to hear you feeling down. life is truly what you make of it. I mean, case in point, I get called a retard my entire life, and I flat out just said, you know what, I'm done letting that word offend me. I refuse to let the R word offend me. I'm not going to let these haters get to me for saying it, you know. Stupid. You know, Benjamin, who purchased a blue wand just recently, says, just received the wand. I love it and the drawing you included. Keep up the good work. I'll leave a review when the website lets me. Hell yeah, Benjamin. Thank you for your business. I'm glad you like it. I had an old notebook laying around, and yeah. And I was using it to write handwritten certificates. You know, do like sketches of my dream house and a picture of a cobra, you know, shit like that. Ooh-wee. Pa-tang. Well, anyways, YouTube, I thank you for watching the video. If you like the rants, subscribe for more. The King Cobra JFS channel is blowing up. Anyways, YouTube, I'll catch you cool cobras on the flip side.